Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Full Gear AEW review show here on YouTube, live on the IWC podcast. I'm Smoot. Joining me, Chucks and Will. How you guys doing? No beans today, sadly.
No beans today. It's a shame.
We'll get him back.
It's a shame when he can't make it.
Yeah. He's on assignment, I think, doing something. But he did let us know that he's excited for CM Punk, which we'll get into in a little bit.
No, it isn't.
Also, what I'm excited for is a little bit of the bubbly.
Hey.
There we go.
Bit of bubbly. There you go. Let's have another one.
Yeah, see, there we are.
Hey.
Full house.
Full house, yeah, pretty much.
It's been a while.
It has
Full
been
house for Full Gear.
It sucks because, like, we have to, like, wait a week for AEW shows at least. Usually, we're on, like, a 6-day delay with WWE pay-per-views, but here it's, like, a full week.
Mm.
Because I did see the show, and I have some thoughts. But I was thinking about maybe, I don't know. It's just, I kind of wanted to just, like, elaborate on some of the thoughts sooner, but I don't know. Like I said.
Well, we can do things in whichever order you want.
Yeah. Let's knock this out first, I guess.
All right, let's do.
Does
it make sense to start with the show?
Yeah,
I suppose so. It's AEW. Because we saw the last Dynamite, didn't we, before the pay-per-view itself? All right, let's pick it up where we left off. I'm so not ready for this. It's a full gear. I haven't got the match order. Is there a pre-show?
I was asking me. Yeah, there was a pre-show.
There was.
B. Priestley and Britt Baker.
That's right.
Where I believe Britt Baker won, if I'm not mistaken.
She did. She beat B. Priestley apparently by submission.
Yeah, I got her. It's a lockjaw.
Yeah, I can't remember if I saw this or not. I think it was kind of on. And I was debating whether or not to actually buy the pay-per-view or not. I ended up not.
Yeah, Britt Baker, who also had the flu, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
She was sticking her hand in somebody else's mouth. Probably.
Yeah. Supposed to be a dentist too. You'd think she'd know about these guys.
Yeah. We wear gloves. My God.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that gives points to everyone except for Will, unfortunately. He had some faith in B. Priestley, which turned out to be misplaced.
Also, Ed in the chat's asking about how it was a 24 hours later SmackDown. We'll get into a little bit of that. I'm like halfway through, and so far I don't regret missing it. So there's that.
Yeah. Main show opened with Proud and Powerful. I still don't like that name. Something doesn't seem right about Proud and Powerful.
I keep calling him Pride and Powerful.
Yeah.
By mistake.
Well, it does imply that. They beat the Young Bucks anyway. Everyone seems to be beating the Young Bucks these days. So 20 minutes-ish. Turns out LAX now are, I don't know, going to be a big deal. Maybe they're challenging the champion soon?
Yeah, they're the best.
Built for something.
The best.
Another one? There you go. And that's points all round. Then have you got anything to say about the match itself?
I missed this.
It was interesting to see Young Bucks working the leg a little bit. Like, I think one of the Jacksons had like a leg injury, and they were selling it throughout the match, and then near the end they just kind of forgot about it.
Well, yeah.
So
that happens.
And because of that, Proud and Powerful won.
Yeah.
I really like those guys. They're pretty great. Especially off of that brawl on Dynamite this past Wednesday where they threw like one of the Young Bucks through the stage, like a little what sounded like styrofoam, if you ask me, when they crashed through it.
Yeah.
And Brandon Cutler helped out the other guy, the other Young Buck, and then They were like, all right, we'll leave you alone, Brandon Cutler, and then Ortiz turns around and is like, hey, guess what? We lied! And then they attacked him. That was great. That was great.
It was great. I really liked that show. The whole show was pretty great.
Yeah.
Although, my big complaint about AEW now is that they keep doing the same spots. They've only had, is it like 5 weeks of TV or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And they've done, I think 2 people have gone through the stage.
Yeah.
They do the attack from behind on the stage quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they need to. It's cool that they're doing stuff. They're doing big spots like that, but this is too much.
Yeah. What about after the Full Gear match with Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express doing the?
That was great.
The Canadian Destroyer and the tope through the ropes.
It was like a slingshot destroyer or something.
Yeah,
like,
he can
over
still
the top.
Go.
Apparently, I know they still do indies, but I didn't know he was. That was unexpected.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. It's good to see those guys. Adam Page beat Pac. It happened, and I get a point for it.
Yeah, I think this is the only. Yeah, this is the one where I think you're the only one that got the upper hand from the looks of it here.
That's right. Not for long, but I did get the upper hand.
You got that real cowboy shit.
Yeah. I believed that he meant something with that. Turned out he did.
Yeah.
But my lead was short-lived, as the next match, Sean Spears beat Joey Janela. I don't know what I was thinking. I got the wrong guy. Like, I knew one of these guys was going to be the mid-card no one. You know, the guy who just puts everyone else over in that kind of featured but always losing role. Like the Miz or whatever. You know. I thought it was Sean Spears. Turns out it's the other guy. So you all get points for that one. I don't. We're all back to normal. Any notes on either of these matches?
They happened.
They happened. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Pac should be losing as much as he has, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And like Adam Page kind of needed a win. I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. And Sean Spears, I'm not crazy about Joey Janela. Sorry. Did he get punked out by Enzo Amore at like a concert or something like that a while back?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I think they had a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't. You know, apparently the categories as well. I can't like be a fan of somebody that gets beat up by Enzo outside of the ring.
What's wrong with Enzo? What's all this Enzo hate? What do we got over here?
And the chat says Page and Pac is Orton Cena is in that they do rematch and rematch and rematch. What do you think, Lawler? What do you think, Lawler? Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I mean it's not that bad yet, but I'll give them time, because Orton and Cena went on for years.
Yeah.
They did everything, every kind of match they could possibly do. That's something like 20 pay-per-view matches today. It was insane.
Yeah. And then Janela on Dynamite cut a promo for like Twitter or something like that, where he basically stole Moxley's promo on the week before about how he's the undesirable John Moxley or something like that, and he's like, I'm unsanctionable or something like that. And only they replaced unsanctionable with uncontrollable. And I was like, really, dude? You're stealing this shit? Come on. So, yeah, they did a rematch on Dynamite as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It could easily be too much. They're good though. I like these guys.
Between you and Ed, I'm not liking this Enzo hate. Enzo was cool.
I like Enzo.
Yeah. Leave him alone.
Leave Enzo alone.
Okay.
The songs are a bit shit, but yeah.
Oh man, not you too. I like the song. That's consensual penis.
God. I forgot about that.
How? How could you forget about that? Not a day goes by that I don't think about Enzo Amore's consensual penis.
Wow.
I'm scared. Next up, AEW Tag Title match, 3-way. SoCal Uncensored managed to fend off the Lucha Brothers and the Private Party to retain. They only just won it 4 days later, 3 days, 4 days later. 3 days later is not the time to lose them.
Yeah. And I think I mentioned that. Like, they just got the tag titles, and you know, that's something.
Beans didn't see it your way.
Well, he wasn't here to join us, so I mean, there you go.
No.
Haha.
Haha. He thought the Lucha Bros would win, which, you know, maybe they will, but not just yet. SU points. Good. We've all gained one here over Beans. The next match I've got here, Wiki just says defeated Riho. There's no winner.
Heavy Sakura? There's no,
well, she didn't though. Riho won.
Yeah, this one went on for a while. I don't know why it shouldn't have gone as long as it did. I can tell you that. Especially considering we saw them like 4 days before in like in tag competition. I really want somebody to beat Riho for the title, so they don't have to sell for the fact that she's like 98 pounds or something like that. It's really getting on my nerves. Look at this. Just defeated Riho. Yeah. Let me take a look here and throw it up on the stream.
Not even true.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There it is. So I think we all predicted Rio to win that one. You're right. There's the underdog match there that she manages to beat everyone against the odds. It's great. She's good at it, but I don't know how long it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
How many more times are we going to have to see it? Because she even does it on TV. It's not like she has these convincing wins on TV and then fights the, Awesome Kong or whatever on pay-per-view and has to do this thing. She's always the underdog.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
I'm waiting for Awesome Kong after she's done collecting hair from people. Which, by the way, I think she was after the Britt Baker match. She came out and like scalped Britt Baker for a lock of hair with a knife.
She did.
Yeah. She pulled out the knife. I was like, oh god, she's gonna shank her. Like, what the fuck?
Wow, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
An actual knife.
Ed in the chat says AEW's women division's in big trouble, no real direction. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of need to wrangle it together for them, I feel.
Yeah,
she didn't scalp. Oh, it was B. Priestley. I'm sorry. I got my...
That's right.
Yeah, you lost to the dentist with the flu. Scalp. There you go. You're right.
Yeah, well, shut up.
My bad.
Yeah, I don't know about Big Trouble. It's definitely not the most interesting part of the show. They've just raided Japan, I guess, for all of the best women.
Yeah.
And so the matches are great, but I don't really know why I need to care about anyone.
Yeah.
Which was the problem with AEW overall. They've got loads of great talent on there, but not a lot of talking and not a lot of storylines going on. When they do it, it's been great.
Well,
it's easy to get lost in the work rate.
Yeah. They also have the one lady whose moniker is Portugal's perfect athlete, and then like on her debut match just lost, so she's 0-1.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Way to just ruin whatever fucking thing you had going there. Like, they just...
Portugal's perfect athlete.
Yeah. Shauna, I believe, right? Yeah.
Oh, was that Shanna?
Yeah. Get Tessa Blanchard in there for the love of God. Yeah. She could definitely beat up Riho for sure. Get better athletes, Portugal.
They've got Aldo Montoya. How much better can you get?
Yeah. I don't know. But they do need to get like some sort of organization together for the women's division, I feel.
Yeah, Tessa Blanchard would be great. I guess she's contracted to Impact, is she?
Yeah. Which apparently
She needs to get out there.
had Turning Point in a high school gym.
Great.
So that's pretty much how they're doing nowadays.
Awesome. That is. So you're saying that TNA is still not out of business yet?
Let's see here. Is Impact Wrestling still in business? I think so. Yeah, it's still going.
Still got a graphic to throw up.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. It's Impact Wrestling still.
Speaking of which, slightly off topic. Wow. Old logo, though, come on.
I don't
Old
know.
logo, Smith.
Yeah, the old logo is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's up your game.
I'm sorry.
You should have been ready for that. You should know that I was going to bring that up out of nowhere.
Did any? Well, I don't think you would have seen this, but Chucks, did you see the Ant Deck DNA special thing?
Believe it or not, I didn't. No.
You know.
Should I have?
Oh yeah.
I was expecting them to find that they were related.
They kind of did.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they kind of got some very distant DNA ancestor. The best thing was though, don't know if have you heard of Ant Deck, Smoot?
Sorry, what?
Have you heard of Ant Deck?
No, I'm not.
No.
Jane Duncan.
PJ.
No.
Let's get ready to rumble, man.
Yeah, no. We're on the ball. They did something for the World Cup.
Google, but essentially the two quite well-known presenters over here from Newcastle. They host things like Britain's Got Talent and the big shows. They were doing some kind of special on TV over here where they went back and traced their ancestry and all that kind of stuff. Turns out that one of the pair deck is this is unbelievable. It's true. Is a distant cousin of Dixie Carter.
Oh my god!
What, they found that on the show?
Yeah.
And they mentioned Dixie Carter as
Yeah,
if she was actually someone.
Oh
she was there. They
God.
talked to her and everything.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What did they say that she was? How did they introduce her?
Well, basically, they were sat in some restaurant or something, and they were getting texts about what was being found out about the family.
Right.
And he got a text saying, "Click on this link. Your newest cousin is in this video." And there was a video of Bubba Ray putting her through a table. But they didn't tell him which one. Just that he just said, "Your cousin's in this video." So he generally thought it was Bubba Ray.
Cousin.
So they go to Ireland. Apparently she's over there, living over there or something. And she turns up at this bar and tells her all about her family and how her dad started the energy company and how she got into wrestling and stuff. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh god.
But yeah, I just didn't expect to see her on something like that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, so she's still around.
She's still around.
It's gonna be a good game. Is Dixie Carter still around? Yes.
Yes. Declan Donnelly's cousin, apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe Ant Deck can come and manage EC3.
Well, maybe when she was in love for money a couple of years ago, maybe she should have known that then. Get in touch with Deck.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Of all people. Not even like an English wrestler.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez. How the hell does that happen? Where were we? What the
Sorry, yeah.
Main event time. We're already there. Chris Jericho defeated Cody. We all got a point for this one. It didn't go to the judges. We had a 60-minute time limit. If it was a draw at the end of that time, it would go to 3 judges, none of whom was Marty's girl, unfortunately. And it didn't go that far. I don't know why they were there. Totally pointless. But in the end, after about half an hour, MJF threw in the towel when Cody was in the lion tamer. Pretty much. It was a joke.
Yeah.
He threw in the towel. MJF cost him the belt. Any chance he ever had of becoming champion.
Yep, there you go. So he can never challenge for the title again. Correct? I believe that was the stip heading in the
yeah.
So.
That's the stip.
That's unfortunate, but I mean, he's like the CEO. He can probably weasel his way back into the title picture.
He just has to win the Rumble, right?
Yeah. The casino battle royale or whatever. So yeah, this was an incredible match. Out of all the things to see, the finish, I was not expecting the classic Owen Hart throwing in the towel on Brett type of finish there, but there you go. And then MJF with the knee to the groin of Cody Rhodes to add insult to injury there at the end. It was a great match overall. And
we've been expecting this turn for so long.
Yeah.
And now it comes now, and it's great. It meant something. Lasting effect of this turn.
What wasn't lasting was Jericho's undefeated streak, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah. So that was it. That was the end of the show. That was the end of the show. Lights out. Everyone go, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's one more. Unsanctioned. Will not count for the records. Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega in I don't know. It's just a lights out match. I guess it just means hardcore. And they did a load of stuff with barbed wire. These guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Jon Moxley wins in the end. We all get points for it. But really, the story is, what the hell? What the hell are these guys doing?
Yeah, it was a crazy match.
Yeah, JR had to, he was the lead guy because Tony Schiavone was calling a Georgia Bulldogs game. So he was just, in disbelief, just like all of us were, seeing some of the ridiculous things that they were doing, there we go, there's a barbed wire bat to the back of Moxley, and then, if you wondered if it was real blood, or real, barbed wire, yes it was.
Turns out it was, yeah.
Crazy. And then, Renee
scraped all along the back of the head, yeah.
Yeah, Renee Young was, subtweeting this the entire time, just saying, what the fuck? Yes, hello, hi, I hate this, Seriously, what the fuck? But yeah, it was insane. At one point, they pulled out a board full of mouse traps, which it seemed more silly.
That didn't really work. Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed more silly.
Yeah, I don't know if that was actually gonna do anything.
Yeah.
You catch a finger in there, it'll really hurt. But
yeah,
just going back first, I don't know. I'm really convinced by that one.
No.
But then they brought out I don't know what that thing was, like a bed frame full of barbed wire. It's like
oh yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that all about?
And
Who built that?
Why was it premeditated? Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're going into the match having built that, why would you wait so long to bring it out?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
How would you be able to predict the dictation of the match to, have the wherewithal to construct something like that in the first place, and then be able to use it in said match, And even
Exactly.
the other elite guys were like, I don't know about this. This is a little bit too far, and he's just like, do it. yeah, there was the spot where they went careening into it on a suplex, and it took forever for them to pull him out, and the match still continued. So.
Yeah, it was brutal. God almighty, what have we seen? Yeah, that sounds like JR.
Yeah.
So in the end, Moxley cuts up the canvas, pulls it back, takes the padding off, so we've just got boards. And he hits a huge, elevated Dirty Deeds on there, onto the wood. Ah, yes, hello, I hate this. And he wins. Kenny Omega is spared a loss, but Moxley did all of this for nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the kicker. Is like they did all of this diving for an actual win. It's just, hey, something to do. You know? Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the ending because Shawn Moxley pulling up the canvas just reminded me of that shit Bully Ray Sting match where they, I think, ended it on a pile driver, and I was just getting flashbacks of that.
Did they do this in WWE recently?
No.
No?
No. TNA.
I'm sure. Yeah, you're right. I've seen this recently.
I'm sure I've seen it not that long ago.
I think it might have been in NXT.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, it was. It was Gargano and Ciampa did it, didn't they?
That's right. I couldn't think it was, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That might be why I haven't. That's probably why I haven't.
That was a hell of a match. You really should see that one.
You should see that one. Then.
Well, it's got them pulling up the canvas. How is that not watchable?
So then, at the end of this one, we had, 8 matches overall. 7 official. But, I'm going to count the Lights Out match. I'm going to be generous. We get some points, extra points. I'm going to count it. So 8 matches, and Beans and Will, you scored 6. And when you come last, scoring 6 out of 8, this was a predictable show. Smooth. You and I, we managed a 7. Quack cost you, Joey Janela cost me.
Yeah.
Could have had a perfect game. Between us, we were... Damn it. Anyway, overall, AEW has given us 44 pay-per-view matches this year. Let's see. Smoot, you're behind on 22 on your exact 50% mark.
Oh.
Then it's real close here. Will, 27. Beans, 28. I'm only just ahead on 29. Anything can happen here.
3 points in it.
2 points in it.
Well, yeah, 2.
Yeah. It's close.
There you go. I mean, I'm doing better in the AEW category than the WWE prediction game, let me tell you.
I think that's true. Just...
Yeah. I mean, considering, we're only, 6 months away, half a year away from WrestleMania, I don't see me catching up.
Well, not on percentage. I think you're doing better in WWE, but Beans is so far out ahead.
Yeah.
It's basically uncatchable. Yeah.
How are we working? I meant to ask this last week. How are we working the AEW game? When's the new season start?
If they do another Double or Nothing, we kind of have to see what it is they're going to do.
Yeah. That's a good
Suppose it's whatever pay-per-view they do. What was that?
About May. Or...
Yeah.
That's about right, yeah. Around May time, yeah.
Apparently their next pay-per-view is Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's the
on the cruise. So the location is listed as Miami, Florida to Nassau, Bahamas. That's awesome.
They've got to have a title change on that show. If it's actually going to be broadcasted on
in international waters.
They've got to have at least a title change of some sort.
Yeah. When is that?
That is January, late January.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can only assume that Ryan Satin's still not invited.
I have to assume so.
Good.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Apart
Well,
from
he's officially part of WWE first and foremost, and second, Jericho hates him.
oh, fair enough. Yeah, I seen him on backstage where I assumed he'd taken the WWE dollar.
Yeah.
Speaking of backstage, I guess that's probably where we should go.
Yeah. Johnny
What happened?
Gargano, by the way, I think, as reported by Ryan Satin, said that Gargano's not going to be able to compete at War Games.
Yeah.
Because of the injury.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's barely wrestled at all this year.
Yeah, he's really injury prone or something.
I don't know.
Crazy.
Every time he wrestles, it's incredible. But
Yeah.
Mm.
he must hanging on. What's going on here?
Yeah. Backstage, the big surprise to everybody. I mean, the show hasn't really been a hit, I would say, because on the week prior, it only did around like 50 to 60,000 people tuning in. This week, they decided to just reveal that, hey, CM Punk's a part of the Fox family of reporting WWE coverage occasionally. So
Yeah.
he's a special analyst where he's going to be able to, give insight on things. And oh man, it's going to be a treat to hear what he's got to say about the current product. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
Do you think that now that Fox has gotten CM Punk back into somewhat wrestling in a way, do you think this might lead to him actually coming back?
Yeah,
at some point.
I think it's more definite than ever now. I'll give it a year. Sometime in the next year, he'll show up somewhere.
I don't know how closely do they work? How close together are they?
I don't know, but you've got to think. Sorry, go on.
It seems like the kind of thing that maybe he is now. If only it was a couple of months ago, he probably would have made it into the video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing on the outside where it's like a first step in.
Well, have you seen? There's a video on YouTube, like a backstage video, where they film him basically like a few minutes before he goes on the show.
Right.
He's in a car. He's talking. This is the first time I've been back for 7 years. I'm back in that world, and I've never been there before, and I've never been there in 6 years, or whatever. So the way he's talking, he thinks he's back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And you've got to think as well, although it's a Fox show, you've got to think WWE would have some approval on this. I mean, I'm not just going to let them put anyone on there.
I mean, WWE's like going through like a rough patch of, probably one of the more rougher patches of, I don't know what you would call the product, I guess, right now. So I mean, they would probably welcome him back for sure, and if it helps get eyes on the product for something that not many people are watching on a Tuesday, that being WWE Backstage, I don't know how much of a draw he's going to be for the show.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I think they've ruined the return now, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's still going to get a stupid pop if he does appear, whatever happens, but I think they've kind of ruined that surprise a little bit.
Because, I initially tweeted, something along the lines of, hey, it's great to have Punk somewhat back, but, at the same time, though, how great would it have been if he appeared in front of a live crowd as opposed to a
Exactly,
show? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's true. When are they next in Chicago?
Survivor Series.
Oh, no way, really?
Yes.
Wait, seriously? Oh, right, it is, yeah. Oh, man. That's going to be something.
That might be a bit too soon. But then if he's not there, imagine.
Well, there's going to be loads of CM Punk chants, especially
so much.
More than ever.
Especially with the stupid shit that they've got for Corbin and trying to make like the little dog Roman Reigns like happen and whatnot.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that maybe not now because it's a bit too soon, but the likes of your big shows like the Rumble and WrestleMania, they do these backstage specials where they're live at the event. And then he's going to be there in some form anyway. So, yeah, I just think it's a matter of time before he's back properly.
Yeah,
But it's good to see him back. He looks good. He looks in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, not wrestling will do that for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Not working for Vince McMahon.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this one guy's tweet that I saw, like saying CM Punk's back in the WWE after selling that choke slam through the announce table by Kane for 5.5 years. So there you go. That's pretty funny, I thought. Yeah, I if it leads to him coming back to the actual like WWE, I'd be all welcome for it. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's still comfortable with I think he's okay with what he's doing right now, currently being retired. And
Oh yeah, he probably is, but I just don't think especially doing what he's doing now, where he's going to be in that world.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the feeling for it again. And you see what he's done with. I mean, this big argument, wasn't it, that he didn't have time off, he was always injured and whatever. That was his big thing. Look what he's done with the likes of Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan now, where they give them time off.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he could get the ramping up schedule, no problem.
Yeah. So
I'm just kind of surprised that he would want to be there. AEW is offering money now and creative freedom, which seems to be his thing.
yeah, I think he knows WWE's still where it's at, though. Still where he's going to get the attention, especially now they're on Fox.
I guess, but all the problems that he had with the company are still there.
Yeah.
Vince is still a millionaire that should be a billionaire. And I would like to think it'll be better once he's dead. But the doofus son-in-law is going to take over.
Idiot dog.
Ratings are still going down.
Yeah.
His face still isn't on the programs. The only thing that's changed is he's not saying hi to Colt Cabana anymore.
Hey, Colt Cabana, how are you doing?
Terribly.
Definitely not saying hey to him anymore.
I don't know. Maybe one thing could lead to another, but like it depends on how much Fox is paying him. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's comfortable just not getting back into the ring just by what Fox is giving him, filling his wallets with. Speaking of Survivor Series, this was the other thing. Steve Austin launching a new WWE Network interview series.
Yeah.
Immediately after Survivor Series as well, with The Undertaker being the first guest.
So it's going to be different to the one that he did before?
What the hell do they call it? It's something
The Broken Skull Sessions.
Yeah, that's a stupid name. That's a stupid name. Like, how the Austin podcast after like a major like Raw or like a pay-per-view was always great. Why is it A, pre-taped, B, have a stupid name? That's what I don't understand. I don't get it.
Presumably they didn't want him getting over. Just strange to say for Steve Austin. But he did a show before that everyone loved because it was so unlike everything else they do. It was so unscripted.
Yeah.
And now I guess they want him back to do that, but not unscripted, live. And they don't want people, not live, so not, he's not going to say anything he shouldn't. And I guess they don't want us to think that it is going to be like that, so they're not calling it the same thing that it was before. I don't know. Apparently
these are all being recorded in his own studio in Texas. So maybe it was travel. He didn't want to go to the shows.
No, won't blame him. That should be a good one, though. Him and Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker should be interesting at least.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
What else have we got? What has happened this week?
Well,
Dynamite. What happened in AEW? We just done the pay-per-view. What's the follow-up to that?
lots of stuff actually.
Loads of stuff happened.
Yeah, the main event was the major thing that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way because it kind of cost Jericho his undefeated streak in a way. Not over. Well, I guess overall, but in like tag form, that's like his first loss, so it's probably gonna get added to his overall record. You had Awesome Kong come out and scalp Ali, who we haven't seen on Dynamite like ever. There was that. Apparently,
You say who pinned Jericho?
it was Scorpio Sky with an inside cradle.
Scorpio Sky. There you go.
SCU.
There's your next challenger.
Yeah, I don't like. I didn't like when SCU won the title in the tournaments. It seemed like they were running out of time, so they're just like, all right, you gotta go home, wrap it up, and then they hit the inside cradle, won the title, and went off the air, and whatnot. This time, it seemed like it was just like a legit finish. This was like after Jericho hit the code breaker or whatever he's calling it in AEW, and
Well, they called it a code breaker. I
did they?
didn't know they were allowed to. Yeah,
Oh,
someone
okay.
said it.
All right. Yeah, he hits it. I think there was like another move or two after that, and then boom, inside cradle, 1, 2, 3. SCU gets the win, and Jericho starts a tirade ringside because now he's no longer undefeated. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like it was a missed opportunity to not hype up, the undefeated streak in a company where it's supposed to be more sports oriented. Wins and losses are supposed to matter, or have some sort of oomph behind them.
Yeah, I give him time though. They might play it up next week. It was right at the end of the show, and he did flip out, so maybe he'll complain about that a bit more. Turn into something.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say the show opened with John Moxley's promo.
Which
Pretty good.
I did not see, but I did catch like the tail end of it, and it did seem like it was pretty fire, as the kids would say.
Straight fire, yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
It was pretty good. He issued an open challenge between saying how edgy and cool he is,
Yeah.
And just left it at that. I thought I thought someone was gonna come out there and then, like, because that's always what happens in WWE. Someone says, if there's anyone in the back who has a problem, come on out, and then someone's like, waiting right there. That didn't happen. He just walked off again. And then later on, who was the guy? I know it's Darby All In. He beat someone.
Oh, it was like it was a 3-way with him and 2 other people.
Oh, that's right, but one of them ran off in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Shawn Spears and I think
Shawn Spears, Joe Janela came out and
yeah,
they started brawling away.
yeah.
So then Darby All In says, John Moxley, I can't remember what he said, but basically, I accept your challenge, and that's it. Crazy guy coming up.
Yeah, let me throw this up on the stream. Look how crazy Janela looks here. He dumps Shawn Spears over the barricade, and he has like a seizure, according to JR, immediately after. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, that happened. Also,
That's a match.
It also started off with the Dark Order versus the Jurassic Express with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, as JR likes to call him, and Marco Stunt. Where after the match, I think Dark Order got the win because they should have. and the fat guy
And
apparently
there was a joke.
yeah.
There was a joke about Grayson being pissed that he lost his first name.
Is that right?
Apparently, yeah. I didn't realize that they've cut half his name like that other place.
Why? Why would you do that?
No idea. I don't know. Why does everyone keep on the same week that Mustafa Ali got his name back?
Yeah.
So
I'm still gonna call him Stu Grayson because Stu Grayson and the Fat Man has a ring to it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
It's like a daytime detective series.
Yeah, exactly. So the fat guy offers Marco Stunt a mask to join the Dark Order, which he declines, and then Luchasaurus comes out and just cleans house, which was incredible. And if anything, Luchasaurus should be challenging for a title of some kind, if you ask me.
He probably will before too long.
Yeah. After the three-way, it was an announced Dynamite Dozen Battle Royale this Wednesday, where
They love their battle royals.
Yeah, apparently, where the last two participants will have a one-on-one match where they'll compete for a diamond ring.
Awesome.
So,
That's a TNA stiff.
That really is. That really
That's
is.
a TNA battle royal where the last two have a singles match.
Yeah. Also,
what does the diamond ring mean? Do they get to propose to someone? Or?
I don't know. It's literally like that's how they announced it. Like literally, they're gonna get a diamond ring. That's what they're gonna be fighting for. Let me throw it up on. I mean, this is all that we've seen so far. Yeah, they're just gonna get that ring right there, presumably, to the winner. I mean, it looks nice, but like, does it mean anything? Are they gonna get superpowers like Hogan's Hall of Fame ring in TNA? Like, what's the significance of it? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Also, JR kept calling Full Gear Fully Loaded.
God.
Whenever they referenced it. MJF came out and was great. Him and Jericho, batting back and forth about whether or not they were going to try to bring him into the inner circle. And
and they just did the Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, MJF dropped a couple of shits as well, verbally.
He dropped a couple of shits?
Yeah, in his promo. He said shit a couple of times.
Oh, he said it. Yeah. Right.
I'm glad you said verbally then, yeah? Jesus.
Yeah. Just get into the ring and drop a couple of shits.
Just a dump in the ring.
Yeah. And we had the proud and powerful Young Bucks brawl after that. I think the main event was soon after that, I believe. I do reckon. My Twitter thing's not working entirely. Yeah. That's pretty much. That was pretty much Dynamite for this week. So there you go.
I don't think we gave enough credit to. I don't know if I saw. Did I see Dynamite before we did the show last week? I can't remember, because there were two segments on that show that were brilliant. The go home show before the pay-per-view. The Cody Rhodes promo was awesome. Yes. And Jericho's video package kind of mocking the Cody one from a few weeks before was unbelievable. Those two guys were so good. Maybe. Some of the best stuff I've seen in forever.
Cody's mom getting involved at the Full Gear main event where she slapped Jericho a couple of times.
She slapped Jericho. One that he totally wasn't expecting as well.
Yeah, surprisingly, she wasn't ejected for that.
Yeah.
Great to see Atlas Security doing their job there. Great. Well done. Yeah, and then somebody posted something like they need to make it happen, like Cody's mom versus Chris's aunt, Patricia Bobsky or whatever.
Patricia Bobsky?
That's her name, yeah. If I could find it here, yeah. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. The video segment just spoofing Cody's was really brilliantly well done.
That was awesome.
Yeah. What? Anything else?
I think that's all the important stuff.
Yeah, I think I kind of glossed over.
God, I can't think of anything that happened in WWE at all. NXT keeps attacking. That's about it.
Yeah, WWE was just basically in the UK for SmackDown and Raw.
That's
which here, let me check something here real fast. Which, by the way,
I can't remember what happened on Raw when I was there.
Yeah. Becky started it. I remember Becky was.
She did. Yeah.
Because Natty had like a family thing. There you go, Chuck. So once it's on the stream. Patricia Bobsky, Chris's aunt friend from church.
Shabobsky. Okay.
Her versus Cody's mom. Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
So, God, what? There was a load of call-ups, basically. I remember Imperium was there with your boy Walter. And they look cool coming out. But I don't know. Especially the three other guys, they all look exactly the same.
I don't like Walter's name.
I know you don't.
And apparently I got flack on Twitter for it, but like, I really don't like him having just the name Walter. Like it's not scary. There's no, I don't know. There's no oomph behind it. The dude's great in the ring. Don't get me wrong. From what I've seen, the guy's like a monster in the ring. Like, it's great. And he lit up Seth Rollins as well, from what I remember.
Yeah.
So
there was this when we were at Raw. This guy about 3 or 4 rows back during the Walter match. Every couple of minutes, just kept shouting 9. I won't do it, but in a really loud German accent.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I've done no problem with his name, really. I mean, it's a little bit unusual, I suppose, but
it's not the most intimidating name. My big complaint about this match was that they had the singles. It was Walter and Seth Rollins. Then they restarted it as an 8-man tag. And for some reason, the faces put Seth Rollins in first, even though he just wrestled a match. They have 3 fresh guys on the apron. Why would you start Seth Rollins in that match?
Because you don't know.
Because they're idiots.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, you don't know how to do ring psychology in WWE.
Yeah,
basically. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a good answer.
I was quite surprised they give the UK guys such a prominent role on Raw, especially being in the main event and stuff. Cause, outside the UK, I don't think you know really where. So.
Especially as it's not even like NXT.
Yeah,
they're doing the whole NXT takeover, whatever.
Well, invasion. I think one of them said that. I think Walter said that they were helping them out or something.
Yeah.
Well, even so, I thought giving them such a big role on Raw as well. Kind of cool, but I didn't think they'd do it.
Drew McIntyre defeated Sin Cara, who Sin Cara trying to ask for his release, which apparently WWE might grant.
Yeah.
I don't know what the scoop on that is, but supposedly, WWE is more forthcoming about letting people go and if they're asking for their release. Singh Brothers and R-Truth ended in a no contest. In a 1-on-2 24/7 championship handicap match, which I don't even know how that ends in a no contest, but
literally when they ran out and we're all looking at each other going, "Was that it? What happens now?"
I don't know. The Imperium match there. Yep. Oh, yeah, this was something. Lana claimed to be pregnant with Rusev's child, only to later say that she was full of shit.
Yeah.
So there's that.
We couldn't hear this because there was that much booing going on. We couldn't hear what she was saying.
She said so many words.
Yeah.
What What the hell was this promo?
I don't know.
This is the weirdest thing.
It seems like she would be able to cut like a great promo if she wasn't scripted. I feel.
Yeah.
That's the main takeaway I got from that.
I don't know whether she kind of lost the way with the booing. I don't know. Maybe put her off a bit.
And she also couldn't keep the timing right.
Yeah.
7 to 9 weeks pregnant. After that, Eric Rowan defeated somebody named Soner Dursum. The main focal point is Eric Rowan having some sort of a pet now.
He's got something in a cage.
He's got
we
something.
didn't see what it was.
Oh, is that what it was? You carried something, but we couldn't see what it was.
Yeah, Vic Joseph, too much of a fucking chicken to take a peek under the cloth. Raw tag team.
Small cage. This is going to be like a rat or something.
Yeah.
How bad could it be?
It'll be dead. It'll be a dead rat or something.
Raw tag
That's
team.
scary. Let's have a look.
Raw tag team champions, the Viking Raiders, defeated NXT call-ups Mark Andrews from TNA of Full Camp and Flash Morgan Webster, which is a great name. I feel. I like
cool
that.
story. Yeah. As we were coming out of Raw, we saw Flash Morgan Webster generally waiting for a bus. He was stood there at the bus stop with his one of them roller trolley things, suitcases.
Yeah.
And the helmet on top. I'm sure I've just seen him.
Just catching a bus. I know they're not paid huge money, but like really, get an Uber, man.
Maybe he wants the bus. Don't hate.
I thought they had a good match. Actually, I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen them before on NXT UK and stuff, and they are pretty good.
It's crazy that Mark Andrews went from TNA British Boot Camp, winning that, and now he's almost a semi-main event on Raw.
Did he win? British Boot Camp. I thought Spud won British Boot Camp.
Spud was in that as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
I
happened to them.
I don't know. Maybe he was the winner of the second one. How about that?
Oh, that was the second one. Okay, yeah, that's probably true. Some of Mighty Skrull's on it as well. Party Mighty.
Oh God. I
definitely remember Spud was in it.
Yeah.
My hands.
But still, to go from that and now being on Raw is pretty fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I mean, it is for Spud as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far that guy's come.
Speaking of main events, Randy Orton, Ricochet, and Humberto Carrillo defeated the OC. The main talking point of this match, which Will tipped me off last week, was the fog machine going absolutely haywire during Ricochet's entrance here. Which you were not wrong, and they definitely did not edit out for whatever reason. Not like they had any choice, because there you see the ring just covered in a plume of smoke. It was great. And then Will tweeted it. He threw out some pictures there. That's what he saw from his perspective, and it was crazy. And our co-host Beans here as well.
Amazing.
Incredible. Yeah. So that happened. And then on SmackDown this past Friday, if I can pull that up.
I'm still catching up on that now.
Same. I got about halfway through. I legit forgot SmackDown was a thing yesterday.
Just not used to having to watch it so quickly after it. It was only last night.
Yeah.
And I'm not unless I watch it live, I have to watch it at some point on Saturday. There's always better things to do on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I always try and stay up and watch it live because I haven't got work the next day. But I'm too tired from the day before.
Yeah.
I end up falling asleep before it even starts.
King Corbin called out the big dog where Roman Reigns' music hit, but they replaced all the beats with the
dogs barking. That was quite funny. I quite liked that.
I thought that was funny.
It reminded me of that dog singing Jingle Bell song.
Oh,
That's a good song.
It is close to the holidays. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite Christmas song.
That pretty much led up to a mascot coming out of Roman Reigns and then getting on all fours and actually shaking when Corbin was asking him for a shake and whatnot, which reminded me of the Moolah Mae Young segment back on Raw like years ago where they were like barking like dogs and whatnot.
I thought it was going to be Roman Reigns under the giant head.
Yeah,
I
and you
thought
just
that
get him
too.
and spear him. Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Stupid but great. And then Mustafa Ali, who got his first name back, as previously mentioned, and Chad Gable defeated Dolph Ziggler and Robert.
Who was the partner there?
Chad Gable.
I'm not sure who that is.
I'm pretty sure you know who he is.
I don't know. I thought it was someone else that he was tagging with. I thought there was a different name.
Maybe there was, because Corey Graves kept referencing Space Jam throughout the match.
I did, yeah.
And I just kept hitting fast forward through it, so I was like, all right, didn't miss much there. But they defeated Ziggler and Rude. Strowman laid waste to the B team after being berated by Drew Gulak. Seemed like a waste of time.
How far he's fallen.
Yeah.
I've seen that there's a funhouse here. There's a Firefly funhouse.
Yes.
And I haven't been able to see it yet, but I'm guessing Wyatt has changed the belt from red to blue.
All it was him just spinning around. He's a magician. Abracadabra, red title is now a blue title.
Great.
So there you go.
Well, that's been done, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and you also say you'd be watching the Miz TV segment later on. So there you go. New Day versus the Revival.
Also, he's got the pictures on the wall at the back of the funhouse.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure they all got burnt, didn't they?
No, you just printed out new ones.
Yeah.
Print out new pictures and then like cross out the eyes again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
You might be a fiend, but he's got a printer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And he doesn't have. I was going to say, but he painted that one of the old Abigail's barn burning down. But that's actually not on the wall anymore. So maybe he didn't. I should maybe use that one. Okay, fine. Yeah, he's got a color print there. Who the hell not?
New Day and the Revival SmackDown Tag Team Championship rematch ended in a no contest. Not sure why. I stopped to do the show here to talk about other things, but I haven't gotten that far. Heavy Machinery defeated somebody named Kevin Tibbs and Kip Stevens. Not sure why they're going after jobbers now. Nikki Cross and Bayley ends in a no contest, where if Nikki won, she would join, I think, Bayley's Survivor Series team or something like that. Sasha Banks, Nikki Cross, Carmella, and Dana Brooke defeated Rhea Ripley, Mia Yim, Tegan Nox, and Dakota Kai. Seems like a Survivor Series match just given away on free TV. I did see one gif where Sasha Banks kind of messed something up with Rhea Ripley where there was like zero chemistry. And Bray Wyatt and his Firefly Funhouse friends get into a fierce debate with Daniel Bryan on Miz TV. So I'll have to take a look at that. We'll get done here.
A fierce debate.
Fierce debate. That's what you want to see a fucking show end with, is a debate.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, not sure if there's anything else you guys want to add. If
I
anything.
don't think there is really. We've covered most of it.
Did you mention we've never talked about the Jordan Miles T-shirt, have we?
I don't know.
There's really not a lot to say about it.
Pretty much, it looked kind of racist.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here. But ever since this whole snafu's happened, supposedly Jordan Miles, now back to ACH, has apparently quit. Here, let me put this up on the screen. This is the T-shirt in question. Honestly, I could see what he's talking about with that. It definitely looks pretty kind of racist. For sure. Supposedly WWE said he approved that design.
He said he approved it on a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, come on. Every wrestling T-shirt is black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Even on a white, I don't know, on a white shirt, the design's still kind of horrible looking. Like, it's very minimalistic.
I mean, it's a horrible design anyway.
Oh yeah.
And if that is the design they've given him, and his gimmick is that he smiles, that's a shit gimmick too.
Yeah. I agree. And then
Get something else. Like, don't be the smiling guy. That never works. Get a proper character and then design something around that. Just smile. What the hell?
And then apparently he had like some sort of tirade on Twitter, and apparently he called I don't know if I can say
Jay
this,
Lethal.
called Jay Lethal and Uncle Tom, which is something you should never do.
I won't. No.
A lot of people kind of all right, I'm souring on this guy. He's whatever point he had just is lost with me now. And maybe he was just trying to get himself fired or whatever from WWE by making all these outlandish statements on Twitter. I don't know. But now they supposedly granted his release. Now he's going to be back to ACH. Now, the question I pose to you is, after all of this mess is unfolded, if you're an AEW, maybe an Impact, would you be willing to sign this guy? Or is he
I'm guessing Ring of Honor won't.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think...
Is he any good?
Supposedly, word going around was Triple H was going to make him like the next, big star in NXT.
Yeah.
I think you could say that about practically anybody down there.
Yeah. He did post a link, a screenshot, of an email that apparently came from someone in the art department. Thing, yeah. And Triple H said he wanted the lettering to be more teasy. Which, if that's true, then...
I'm not sure if I wanted Triple H to say anything about something being more teethy. Honestly, that's kind of creepy.
It is, yeah. Which again, is like, how many people did this design have to go through?
Yeah.
None of them saying it doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
Like, not only can you see the obvious problem here, but beyond that, it's just not a good design.
Yeah.
Do something else. Write his name in like some kind of font, and it'll be a crap T-shirt. But there it is. Just do another one some other time when he gets over. It's crap design.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if it was such a big deal, I mean, he approved it though. Supposedly, that's the thing. On a white background, even on a white background shirt, like that's still not a good shirt design. That's I don't know. I just it sucks that it's come to this, but like calling Jay Lethal and Uncle Tom's pretty that's pretty low.
What's Jay Lethal do?
Yeah, what did he ever do? And he suffered from an injury of some sort as well. Like I think a broken arm, I think. And
really?
All of a sudden, like, if you're him, his phone's probably like blowing up with all these mentions and notifications of all these people retweeting, favoring the tweet in question, and just it just seemed uncalled for to me. But,
yeah, he's done himself no favors with this.
But do you see him like going to like an AEW perhaps, or like definitely not Ring of Honor, but like maybe an Impact or somewhere else or something like that? Like he might be just be screwed out of the business perhaps.
Yeah, but it's a lot of publicity, which is always good. So maybe.
I don't know. Bad publicity is never a good thing, I feel. Mainly because I can never pronounce it correctly, apparently. But there you go.
I don't know.
Well, it's not
I think
always a good thing. I should say
that.
that. So there you go. Anything else? Sorry. Yeah.
Nah, I think someone might use him. I think I can't. Like, what's Impact got to lose?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, they were running the pay-per-view Turning Point alongside Full Gear, and I just kept seeing like GIFs and stills, and like I was just bewildered that like they're on Access TV now. They've got that Access money, and then all of a sudden they're like in a high school gym with like a, I don't know, like dim lighting. Just it's remarkable to see how far they've fallen. And apparently at like Bound for Glory, they had like some sort of like, what was it, like I wouldn't say a pre-show, but like they had some event going like the day before, and it was streaming to Twitch, and Josh Matthews was like, I need my phone back. Because they were using Josh Matthews' phone to stream the entire like whatever
Really?
event was going on. And yeah, I was like, wow, this company's really hit the gutter. Oh, the other thing that happened this week, like yesterday, WWE and other, or I shouldn't say WWE, but like the WWE 2K and other 2K accounts were compromised.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, a bunch of spam posting and whatnot. I'm surprised that's still a thing nowadays.
Didn't they put an AEW logo?
Yeah, they put an AEW avatar, and they put like Chris Benoit for the Hall of Fame as like their Facebook header. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's rare to see that happen nowadays.
It is, yeah.
With as much emphasis on security and strong passwords and all that stuff. I'm just taking a quick look at the headlines here. I'm not seeing much of anything.
No.
If there's anything else you guys want to add, feel free to throw it in there.
No, I think we've covered most of it.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll have Beans back next week. He's been, I think he just might have been tired or something. I know he's got that kid and such.
That kid.
He's got that kid.
That's right.
He does.
I don't know if he's right. If the kid's just like running him ragged or tiring him out, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll have him back though. I miss him. So we'll be back next week. Hopefully. What the hell is Survivor Series?
It's next week, isn't it?
Is it?
That's
24th.
I thought it was after.
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
24th.
No, come on.
It is next week.
So Raw and then SmackDown.
No, wait, we have 7 matches announced. That's insane.
Yeah, so Raw and SmackDown are the go homes for it, right?
Mm. It was quite disappointing this year. Nobody said that it's the one time a year where Raw and SmackDown go head to head in competition.
Well, now they've got NXT.
It's almost like they realised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be? Surely it's even more. So it's the only time of year that Raw, SmackDown, and NXT go head to head in competition.
There you go. Yeah, all 3.
So it is all 3.
Yeah.
And yet they've got so the Raw Tag Champions, SmackDown Tag Champions, and NXT Tag Champions in a brand supremacy triple threat tag. They've got so there's 2 5 on 5 on 5 matches. I thought it was just 2 5-on-5s. I didn't realize. Okay, so Team Raw, Team SmackDown, Team NXT, 15-man tag, and a women's one as well. God, that's a mess.
If you like Survivor Series, this is the pay-per-view for you. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked. So
they should have just kept it. Lesnar and Mysterio doesn't make any sense. Not this show anyway.
Yeah, no, I expect that one to just be like the first match of the night, really. And like I would put the farm, the house, everything in the Brock Lesnar winning over Rey Mysterio. But
Oh God, yeah. Well, it would be a crazy match, but they should have just done the 3 champions together. Lesnar, Cole,
It would just
and
be a
Fate.
whole show full of triple threats.
Yeah, but that's what it's being built around, the 3 shows.
WWE presents
Yeah,
Triple
yes.
Threat.
Just get a bit much. But yeah, they could.
And all the sort of hype they give to Adam Cole last week when he was on main eventing twice. He hasn't got a match yet.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, because have they got the War Games is the night before.
War
right?
Games, yeah.
So he's gonna be
maybe a surprise.
You're right. He's in the War Games.
Yeah, it's on the feature there against Team Ciampa, isn't it?
Ciampa lead Dijakovic.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think it's a bit mad to have him sort of as the face of NXT, and now he's not going to. Well, as of yet, he's not actually on the show.
I think 2K20 is going to be able to handle like a 5-on-5-on-5 for their game next year.
It can barely do a 5-on-5 at the minute.
Or anything for that matter.
It can barely do a singles match right now. Strangely though, it's still being sold for full price.
That's
surprised it's not being cut yet.
That's unfortunate. I'm surprised it hasn't been recalled, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a bit early, I suppose. Usually, one of our big stores, Game, tend to knock it down before Christmas.
Yeah.
They've not done so yet, but maybe we're a bit early. I don't know.
Gotta wait till Black Friday. When the hell is Thanksgiving, by the way?
I don't know. That's your business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When is it? The 28th. All right, so yeah, I guess the 24th would make sense to have Survivor Series. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. We'll be back next week, like I said. Hopefully, Beans will be here. Survivor Series prediction show. Tune in. We'll see if we can get me out of a hole that I'm in. And, I don't know. Anyway, take care, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.